All right. Hey, everyone. All right. So we're going to be working on the room divider that I've been planning to make. I'm hoping to get this done by the end of next week. And I'll show you what I've gotten so far. In my last video, when I did the vlog, I talked a little bit about this project and the vision for it. So go check that out if you want to see what I'm talking about. But I'm just gonna clean off this coffee table so that I can put the wood strips here and show you what I'm going to do. So just clearing the table. The cool thing about this table is it can raise up and down. I might put my mic on so that I'm not freaking screaming. But to show you what I'm doing, so I'm using Aqua Coat to fill in the grain of the wood that I have. And yes, I have not ever used this, but that's what we're doing today. I need to get 3 wood slabs done today. And I think they take an hour to dry after you put this on. So yeah, it's gonna take all day. And I'm planning to stream the entire thing, but we'll see. I just have my mic here because I'm going to be moving around a little bit and I want it to be more clear audio. Hey, let me know if my mic's working, if you can. And then I'll try to respond to chat, but I'm going to be working a little bit, so I don't know if I'll, yes, ma'am. Sweet, thank you. So yeah, if you're just joining, I'm using Aqua Coat today for the first time ever to do this project, but let me get my stuff so you can see. I sanded the wood last weekend. So that's done. I also got these wood, I don't even know what these are. Poplar Square is what the thing says. But I just got them at Lowe's, and I'll have to sand these as well. I haven't gotten to them. I wanted to get the larger wood done first. I am working on my room divider that, yeah, we'll see if that works. But the goal is to create a room divider. And room dividers can range in like width and quality and stuff. A lot of people get the very thin room dividers, like not really great quality. So I wanted to make my own, because if you get a really good quality partition room divider, it's freaking expensive, especially the ones I want. So I just decided to make my own. So what I'm going to do is use this coffee table to kind of just have as my workstation. And Macy, hopefully this doesn't break, but I'm gonna try to have it not too far off the ground so it doesn't break. But Macy was here chilling in her bed, and she just got up because it's all scary. Hey, welcome in. Hey, Mr. Lark. I'm actually gonna move her bed over to the room so she could chill. But whenever I do my projects, she gets nervous. Macy. Mace, your bed's over there. You can chill. And then I watched a few videos for this. And you're going to use the aqua coat, like you're going to use a spatula like back and forth against the grain, and then the last stroke you're going to go with the grain to kind of smooth everything. Then, like I said, I think it takes like an hour to dry. I'll have to double check that. But last weekend I sanded these so that the edges are smooth and actually rounded at the top. So let me show you what I did. I'm just gonna bring this down a little bit and hopefully you can see. So if you look at here, see how that's like not like a sharp edge? So I did that to all of the slabs. And I actually wasn't planning to use aqua coat at first because I thought that if I sanded this like I did and then painted it, it would look solid, because I want a solid like just color. But it turns out the wood pattern will show because it has like grooves and stuff, which I didn't realize. And I got lime wash. So I haven't gotten that. It hasn't been delivered, but it's like a warm yellow lime wash color. So I'm gonna paint that over this, but then I realized you're supposed to have like a grain filler on it first before you paint it, if you want it to have a solid look. So I got this and it was great. I got it off Amazon. It smells like paint. But this comes in like a clear or white, and I got white because white is going to lighten the paint a little bit, which is not a bad thing. And I want to be able to see it on the wood just in case like I miss a spot or add too much. I want to be able to see it. Oh, is it President's Day? Oh shit. Nah, you ain't getting a purchase of that. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is start from one side, and I'll actually switch you over here. Okay. And for those of you, if you work with Aquacoat, if you've worked with it before, if you work with wood, you've done projects yourself, let me know if I'm doing anything wrong and help me out, okay? I'm nervous. Wait, I want to read the instructions first. Hold on. Okay, Aquacoat, white cabinet grain filler, white gel that fills and seals wood pores on cabinet doors and drawers before painting to create a smooth, professional look. That's the look I'm going for. Stupid. Wait. Nah, that's dumb. All right. So I guess it's just going like that and then that way, right? Yeah, that and down. Okay. Ooh, nervous. I should probably put something down. Oh gosh, hold on. I have a towel that I could put down. Just in case I get something on the carpet. Hey, I'm filling the wood grain. I've never used this, so I'm deciding to live stream it. Like, that's a freaking good idea. Okay. This is going to be a very, like, long stream. If my phone even allows me to stream this long, I may have to do it in parts. Alright, so you want to go back and forth from the videos I saw. Hold on. And I'm actually going to open the window a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so from the videos I saw, you go back and forth, and then the last stroke, you go against, or towards the grain, with the grain, whatever. And you don't want a big chunk of it, like, because the longer it's going to take to dry. And then they also recommend sanding it afterwards. So once it dries, we might sand it just to make everything even, because when I paint it, I don't want it to just be uneven. But we'll take our time because it does dry fast, but I don't think like fast enough, like seconds, so I can take my time. But yeah, sanding it's gonna be a good move. Just to make sure everything's even. You want to make sure it gets in all the grooves. The person I watched who did this used 2 different spatulas, and I can see why. The first spatula they used to go back and forth, and then the other one, they did like a final pass. But I'll do like this side, and then I'll probably do the other side after. Or should I go all the way across? Shit. I should go all the way across, so I just move down. Yeah. Okay. Switching it up. I don't know how I'm going to do the sides though. Like that, I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that. I'm right now just focused on the flat part, not the sides. I think you can go more than one pass, so if I miss anything, I can definitely just go over it again. I don't want that to dry out. But yeah, I think they said to sand it with like a 300, 320. I don't know if I have a 300 one. What mistakes? 320, thanks. Tell me so I can get better. This is the first time I'm doing this. Like, I want you to tell me which mistakes I'm doing. I'm like, please. But I was telling my boyfriend I was doing this, and I showed him the goal, the inspo, and he was like, you can make that? And I'm like, yeah, I think I can. He was like, that looks challenging. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can do it. I watched a few videos. Yeah, I have a boyfriend. Why are people on live that are just like weird and creepy? Like, I think even if it doesn't turn out perfect, and I go to paint it, I think it'll be okay. Because, you know, I was thinking, I could always use like a wallpaper, or I don't know, just like do something else to it if it's not exactly what I want it to be once I'm done with it. Like, I could always figure it out. But we're hosting a game night next weekend. And I wanted to get this done before that because I'm using it behind the chair that's behind you. I'll show you in a little bit the spot, but I want to put it there just because the corner looks odd. Or I'm going to use it as a door shield thing for our bedroom because I took out the door. For those that haven't been here long, I took out our bedroom door, and we need something to just be in front there. So we'll see. I'm thinking also of putting wheels on this thing once it's done so that transporting it would be easier. This actually might be drying already. Shit. You're from Texas? Last weekend when I was sanding these, I had the windows open, but you definitely want to do that shit outside. And yeah, I didn't wear a mask at all, and I had to do so much vacuuming, but I didn't have anywhere else to do it. And I was stubborn, so. But yeah, if you guys notice me doing anything that's could make this better, just let me know. Like, I'm open to constructive criticism. But you can obviously see like where it's filling it in, which is why I like to get the white and why I did not get the clear, because you just can't tell. I mean, maybe you can. I haven't used it before, but in my thought process, the clear wasn't going to show as much, so might as well get the white so you can kind of see your mistakes, see it in action. Yeah, just going back and forth. Make sure to get, like, I guess all of it in there. I have to see how much sanding paper I have. I think I have like a 600, I don't know, and then maybe a 4. Mace, your bed's in the bedroom. My dog is over there and she's just laying in the corner. Poor thing. Are you supposed to use a lot though? Or just like enough? Yeah, I have to do this 6 times. I have 3 boards. So this first one, it's the first one, so it can only get better from here. Hopefully. Vegan diet. You guys are weird. Shoot. Damn, didn't mean to do that. Let's see, I'm trying a different technique now. So now I'm just going all the way across, back and forth, and then trying to scrape. And hopefully that's better, faster. But we'll see. What's my phone at? $70. Might at some point take my mic off and just have my phone charging. Sometimes what YouTube does though, or actually Google, because my YouTube is connected to my Google account, it like shuts me out and my live goes down. Here, I'll turn it. So I know at one point my live did that, and I just it crashed, and then I was speaking to no one, and I didn't realize it till I like was done getting ready for work, and the video just like didn't even upload because it crashed mid live stream and just, yeah, bugged out. So it would be a shame if that happens again. I feel like I've seen someone do this before. I just didn't know what they were doing. Maybe I should go back. And then last weekend when I was sanding these, wait, what side? Is there a difference in, yeah, maybe. When I was sanding these, I tried to sand the top, like where I'm putting this, and I don't think I had the right grain or grout, or what's it called? The right number of sandpaper. Because it kind of just made it bumpy. And I just don't think I had the right number. Because when I was at Home Depot, I didn't even ask anyone. I Googled stuff and asked ChatGPT, like, hey, this is the direction I want to go with this project. What do you recommend for the steps and supplies? And so that's kind of how I got to buying what I did. But I'll show you in a sec what I have. Here, I'll show you what I got. So it was a, okay, so 220 sponge. I got this to kind of finish the sanding, and then I used, what was this? Oh, I used 80 to do the rounding, and then like I said, I finished with the sponge. I don't know if that was correct, but it got the job done, and I like how it turned out. Like, it has the edges that I wanted, the round edges, so. You have excess, yeah. Yeah, I'll have to deal with that at some point. But once it dries, I can just sand it down. Like I said, I think for now I'm more concerned with like the top. But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the edges because there's a lot on the sides. And I'll probably just do one side at a time for all three of them, have them dry, and then I'll do the other side because I don't have a lot of space to put them. But I don't want to do just like one at a time, so. Taking a look. I'm looking at the side you guys are looking at. Yeah, all this right here. I see what you mean. You should see over here. Okay, you can still see. Oh no! Fuck. Wonder if that even helps. No? Maybe it even makes it worse. Today has been so productive. So I'm doing this now, and this morning when I woke up, I was doing my side job, which was video editing. A lot of you guys already know this, but I edit videos for a wedding choreographer, and I was just working on those videos because she's starting to get more busy. So I wanted to get them out of the way. And I like doing things like if I have the time. Like, for example, the videos I did for her this morning weren't due until the beginning of next month. If I have the time to do something, I'm just gonna get it done. So I got that done. And once I did that, I think I did 3 videos, and took me, did I do 3 videos? Yeah. I did 3 videos. For each couple, you have a dance video you have to edit, and then, which has like the music, and then you have one that's the tutorial. So 2 videos for each couple. And so I did, I guess, since I did 3 couples, 6 videos this morning. And took me 3 hours. But then after I got that done, I made the bed, I folded laundry. I haven't done the dishes, but then I like hopped in the shower, even though it doesn't look like it. I'm in my like PJs, but I hopped in the shower and just feel refreshed. And now I'm doing this, which is fantastic. And I was going to record a video today, but I don't think I'm going to get to that. Oops. And it's still pretty early in the day. So once I get these 3 sides done, I'm going to probably do dishes and might watch something. No. I'll definitely have to clean this table. Here, let me move you. I actually find this really relaxing. Damn it. They're like these. How do I get rid of that? I was going to stop by Lowe's or Home Depot to get a larger spatula. It would probably make it easier, but I completely forgot. We went out to dinner last night to this Greek place. It was really good. And there was a Home Depot right next to it. And driving in, I was like, oh, I have to stop and get a spatula. And then after we went to Trader Joe's, which was also next to the restaurant, and just forgot. Oops. Hey, welcome in. So for those of you who are just joining, I am using Aqua Coat to fill the grain of the wood because I have a project going on and I'm making my own room divider And I want to eventually paint these. And what I didn't realize is in order to get like a sleek coat of paint like I want, you have to fill the grain. So had a few people tell me I wasn't doing it correctly or I was making a few mistakes with, which, yeah, but no one told me what the mistakes were, so I'm just actually winging it and yeah, seeing if it goes well. But my approach is getting the aqua coat and just spreading it so that it covers all the grain, swiping it back and forth. And then I saw a video of someone doing this and they said the last pass should be with the grain. So that's my approach. The rest is just winging it. And then I know I'm getting like a lot on the sides here. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm wiping it to the best of my ability, but it's not really a focus right now. So I might just sand it afterwards if it dries. But I'm gonna lean it up against maybe a wall or something. So I have to find a way to clean it before I do that. But this is my first go at this. I have 2 more slabs I'm doing. And like in my lifetime, I've definitely seen people do this before. And then after this dries, they say to sand it with, someone said 320 grit sandpaper. And that just is enough to like even it out if there are any imperfections, grooves. Hold on, let me get a towel. And I'm wearing my mic, so hopefully it's still working and you guys can hear me. I also have to throw out the trash today. Let me move. Okay, how much percent do I have? 64. All right, I started the live with 90 something percent. So we'll see how far we can get before we have to switch it up. But I'm planning to make a video of this project. I'm not recording it now. I may take some clips from this live stream and put it in the final video. But I recorded myself. Hold on. I'm gonna just fix my mic. I recorded myself sanding these down. I like sanded down 3 nails just because the grit was 80 and that has like a lot of horsepower when it comes to sanding, and it just like ruined my nails, which was a shame. Can definitely see it working, which is good. Very good. I didn't even realize today was a holiday. When I was working, I work a front desk. Well, part of my job is working the front desk at a hair salon. And so I had clients, or well, not actually clients already, but new people looking to book with the salon, asking if we had any openings because of the holiday. And I'm like, well, no, we're closed Sunday, Mondays. And I'm like, what holiday? I was like, Valentine's? Because Valentine's was the other day, Saturday. I was like, I don't think people are taking off for Valentine's, but I didn't really look into it because I didn't really care. I'm sure if I wasn't aware of it, then it wasn't like a huge holiday, but it's President's Day. That might be too much, but we're gonna roll with it. Did you use a finer grit after? Yeah, so that's a good question. Thank you for asking that. I did use a finer. I used a sponge. It's called the Super Sponge 220. So I used that after the rough because the 80 was made the shape for me. It like shaped the edges really quick, and then I used the 220 to finish it and just make it smooth so it wasn't rough. When I was using the sandpaper though, I was like, oh, this is like filing nails. I'm like, I kind of know what I'm doing, even though it looked a little awkward. But yeah, it worked out. And it's not like the videos I saw of people sanding wood down, like they made it sound very intense and like to get the perfect symmetrical piece or get everything even. You have to like make sure you count the number of strokes, and I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. So the pieces are close in size and stuff. Hold on, I'm pushing you. So yeah, they're pretty close. While I'm doing this, I'm like, just like trying different approaches here just to see what the result is. Like if you see me do different strokes and like passes, it's just because I'm trying to see how it reacts. And if I can figure out the best approach to have this go faster, then that's a win. But like I said, I only watched one video, and whenever I get an idea, I always think I'm so much better at it than I actually am. But it always ends up working out to some degree. It's not perfect, but oops. I wonder if this will dry. Like by the time I'm done with this side, because I am kind of slow at this. Work the knot. Make sure you fill in the knots. What are the knots? Oh no. Gosh darn it. Let me turn you slightly. Okay. Oh, the brown spots. Okay. Thank you for actually giving me advice rather than just saying I'm making a mistake. I appreciate that. The side's already drying. I think there's one here that I may need to go back over. And then there's one over here, now that you say the brown spots. So I'm actually going to use some here. Oh yeah. There we go. I think that's better for that one. And then there was one on the other side. I'm just gonna go over. Much better. And then there might be a few other spots that I'm gonna have to go over, but I'll do that after. Okay, I'm going to actually turn the table. Oops. What you heard was one of Macy's toys. It's actually one of her favorites right now. Here, I'll show you. It was pretty fitting for Valentine's Day, but that's her little panda. She loves it. And then I have a Olipop. It's orange cream. Okay. I don't want this to dry out, so I'm gonna have to cover this. Guess I'll go this way. Now I'm paying attention to the brown spots. There was one here that I overlooked, but because of your comment, I made sure to get it. Definitely makes a difference. They do need a little more. I actually don't like going from this side. That's gonna need more. There's one brown spot that's not filling up, so may have to do another pass once it dries a little bit. This one seemed to cover up nicely though. Yeah, I'll have to go back to that one. Oh, there's one right here. Here we go. Yeah, this one right here, I have to go back over. Maybe that one there as well. Kind of wish the sun was out. Seems like such a gloomy day. All right, we're almost done with this one. Would it make sense to like go in an X and then scrape off? I still haven't found the most efficient way. Let me make sure my towel is underneath me. Ooh, too much. That was too much. But yeah, this is what I'm doing for the remainder of the day. Which I ain't mad about. Now there's like little things. Damn, let's see. I've been going for over an hour, so it's taking me that long to do this. That's crazy. So like the first side over there is probably already dried. That's wild. All right, I'm just gonna fill this entire like section over here. I'll turn you in a little bit, but I'm just gonna get a shit ton of this aqua coat and just put it on there and try to finish this. All right, let's go. And then I'm gonna use, like you said, a lot on the brown spots. And then hope that's it. Forget I have to scrape it all. Ugh. Might even need more. But this is just filling it. And then the final pass is what scrapes all of the excess off. Like this is just making sure it all gets in there. And then, yeah. All right, pretty close. I like being able to get hyper focused whenever I'm doing projects. I think that's why I also like editing a lot. Like my boyfriend asked me, ideally, if I left my 9 to 5, what would I want to do? And I was like, honestly, if I could continue doing video editing for people and their businesses, I would love that. Because a lot of people don't like that. So yeah, I like projects that help me or allow me to just like focus. And so I like doing this. even though it takes freaking forever. I'll have to go over one of the books over there. Okay. It's a little rough right now. We'll just go over things again. If it's, wait, what? It's fun, though, ain't it? Yeah. I put a show on or something. I don't have to do those two again. Let me get this side. What would be your advice on doing these, the like top bit here, because it's looking rough. Oh wait, I did the wrong direction.
pull outwards. So like that way. Shit. It's getting on the ground. Okay. There are a few spots I need to go back. So let me try to do that. This one for sure. All right, let me show you. I don't think I want to press down too much because I want to make sure I'm not taking everything out of this. Yeah, I think that's better. And then I'll just sand the like lumps, I think. And even after I do this, and it's not completely flat, I'll just deal with it. You know. Could also always try again. Possibly. But we'll see. Wait, I'm doing it again. It's like very light. There we go. covered that. There's one over there and definitely over here. Uh, damn it, missed the spot. Okay. Okay. Just don't want to knock you guys. You're on a phone holder, so if I turn the board, it's gonna hit you. So, let's see. I think this side is close to getting done. Here. I'm gonna move you again to just be over here. Should bring my towel over here. I swear if I get this on my couch, I'm gonna be so pissed. It's a little thicker on the edges. But I think it's okay. Okay. I think I'm done. I'm gonna show you guys. I'll give you a pass. And then you tell me, should I go over things? Yeah. What's the verdict on this freaking first slab? Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get you. Or you know what? I'll just do this. I'm gonna take you out. All right. So this thing, I talked about this during the first half of the stream, but we got this from Facebook Marketplace, excuse me. And I'm going to put these together to make the room divider, and it maybe hide this wall here. It's not going to be like completely tucked in there, but it's going to be in between the corner and this. So it might go there or it might go in front of our bedroom. I'll see. So this is what it looks like. I haven't let it fully dry because I just finished. Then I know I have to sand it. Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. Some of it did dry because this took me almost 2 hours to do. So, yeah, some of it probably looks thicker. For sure. I don't know what I'm doing with the sides here. Do I do the same thing? Like just run it down? Let me know. But that one's done. And what I'm gonna, oh, it looks like my live stream reconnected and stuff, so hopefully it's okay. But sometimes it does that. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my mic off really quick. I think my live stream went out, so I'm gonna reconnect.